We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1976 D Lincoln penny, a coin that might just make you thousands of dollars richer. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started. Brief history of the 1976 D Lincoln penny. Before we talk about value, let's uncover the story behind this little piece of history. The 1976 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint during America's bicentennial year. While the reverse still features the iconic Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparo, it's the rich historical context of the mid-1970s that makes this coin particularly interesting. The United States was celebrating 200 years of independence, and while quarters, half dollars, and dollars featured special bicentennial designs, the humble penny quietly carried on with its classic look. In 1976, the Denver Mint produced over 4.2 billion Lincoln pennies, a huge number. But don't let that high mintage fool you. Among those billions, there are rare varieties and errors that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. Here's where things get exciting. Some 1976 D pennies have unique errors and varieties that make them incredibly valuable. Keep an eye out for. Look closely at the date or the word Liberty. If you see doubling, you might have a jackpot coin. If the D Mint mark appears to be stamped more than once, this could fetch you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins that weren't properly aligned during minting can also be worth a lot. Collectors are always on the hunt for these anomalies. Pro tip: use a magnifying glass or a microscope to inspect your coins carefully. Those small details can mean big money. Current value of the 1976 D Lincoln penny. Most 1976 D pennies in circulated condition are worth about 2 to 10 cents. Not bad for a penny, right? If you have one in pristine condition, also known as MS mint state, it could be worth between $1 and $10. Here's where the big money comes in. A 1976 D penny with a rare error like a double die or off-center strike can sell for $1,000 or more at auction. In fact, some exceptionally preserved error coins have fetched up to $3,000. Recently, a 1976 D Lincoln penny with a rare error sold for over $2,500 at auction. This proves that even the smallest coin can have a massive impact on your bank account. Tips for finding valuable 1976 D pennies: start by checking jars of old coins, especially if they've been sitting around for decades. Grab some penny rolls from your local bank and search through them. You never know where hidden treasures might be lurking, and don't forget to handle your coins carefully to avoid damaging their value. Final thoughts: so there you have it, the story, the rarity, and the potential value of the 1976 D Lincoln penny. Who knew that a coin from over 40 years ago could be worth thousands today? Remember, every penny has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to your channel name. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another coin treasure hunt. And let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare 1976 D penny or any valuable coins in your collection? I'd love to hear your stories. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1963 Lincoln 1-cent penny, the ones without a mint mark, and exploring what makes some of these little treasures so valuable. The Lincoln 1-cent penny, first introduced in 1909, was created to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin marked a revolutionary shift. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of symbolic imagery. Fast forward to 1963. This was a significant year for the Lincoln penny. The design remained consistent, but these pennies were struck in Philadelphia, meaning they have no mint mark. Over 754 million were produced, making them a common coin at first glance. But here's where it gets exciting. So what's the deal? Why would a penny minted in such high numbers be worth thousands today? Some 1963 pennies have fascinating minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors make them highly sought after by collectors. For example, a 1963 penny with a double die on Liberty or the date can fetch thousands of dollars. Pristine condition graded coins. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher by organizations like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare for 1963 pennies. Why? Most pennies from that era were heavily circulated. A flawless penny with no scratches, blemishes, or wears a gem in the coin world. Look out for deep red-toned coins, known as red Lincoln pennies. These have a brilliant luster that significantly increases their value. Now let's talk numbers. Some 1963 Lincoln pennies have shocked the coin world at auctions. 67 red example sold for over $4,000. Featuring an off-center strike, was auctioned for around $3,500. These values prove that even the most common-looking coins can hold hidden treasures. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, cracks, or other unusual features. A bright, red-toned penny is always worth closer inspection. If you believe you've found a rare gem, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its condition and value. And remember, even a small flaw can turn a penny into a fortune. Before you go, remember this. The key to discovering valuable coins is patience and attention to detail. Always check your change and don't overlook those old pennies sitting in jars or drawers. The next big treasure might be hiding in plain sight. And if you learned something new or have a story about a rare penny find, share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. We'll dive into the history, key details, and the fascinating errors and varieties that make these coins so valuable today. The Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1909, designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Fast forward to 2005. This was the final year before the redesign of the penny in 2009 to include the Lincoln Bicentennial Reverse Series. The 2005 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and millions were struck for circulation. But not all pennies are created equal. Some coins from this year are commanding sky-high values, thanks to their unique errors, rare varieties, and pristine condition. So, what makes certain 2005 Lincoln pennies worth thousands of dollars? Let's break it down. First up, errors. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double die error. Look closely at the lettering on Liberty or In God We Trust. If you spot doubling in the letters, congratulations. You might be holding a rare treasure. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch a premium. The better the condition, no scratches, perfect details, the higher the value. Die cracks, misaligned dies, and even planchet errors can significantly increase a coin's value. These unique imperfections are like fingerprints, making your penny one of a kind. Now for the part you've been waiting for. How much are these pennies actually worth? Common 2005 no-mint mark pennies in circulated condition are worth just their face value, 1 cent. However, if you find one with an error or in a high grade, the value skyrockets. For example, a 2005 no-mint mark penny graded MS68 recently sold at auction for over $2,500. And rare error coins, like those with a double die or major die cracks, can bring in anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and demand. So, how can you find one of these valuable coins? Start by searching your spare change, coin jars, or even bankrolls. Be sure to use a magnifying glass or coin loop to spot tiny details like doubling or die cracks. And once you find something special, preserve it. Use a protective coin flip or holder to keep it safe from damage. Who knew a little 2005 penny could be worth so much? If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about hidden treasures in your pocket change, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comments, have you found any rare or valuable pennies in your collection? I'd love to hear your story. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Have you ever wondered if the humble penny sitting in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's surprising collectors with its value. Stick around, because we'll uncover its history, unique features, and what makes some of these coins worth thousands of dollars. First, let's rewind to 1978. The Lincoln cent has been an American icon since its introduction in 1909, celebrating the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1978, the penny was already a collector's favorite, featuring Victor D. Brenner's iconic design of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets the 1978 no-mint mark penny apart? If your 1978 penny has no mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike Denver or San Francisco coins, Philadelphia pennies during this period didn't carry a mint mark. But here's the kicker: not all 1978 no-mint mark pennies are created equal. What drives the value of a 1978 no-mint mark penny? Rarity and condition. Most pennies from this year are common, but collectors are hunting for error coins and high-grade examples certified by professional grading services. Some of these errors include dramatic off-center strikes, doubling on letters or numbers, and even subtle die cracks. These unique flaws make the coin more desirable and valuable to collectors. Now, let's talk about condition. If your 1978 penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, we're talking about a grade of MS65 or higher, its value can skyrocket. For example, a 1978 penny graded MS67 recently sold at auction for over $2,000, typically worth 1 cent to a few dollars, $50 to $2,000 or more. Depending on the type and rarity, they can fetch anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s. So, how can you tell if your 1978 penny is worth big bucks? Start by checking for errors and assessing its condition. If it looks uncirculated or has unusual features, consider having it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. Remember, every coin has a story, and that penny in your pocket might just be the next big find. So, take a closer look at your 1978 no-mint mark pennies. You could be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. And let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? We're diving into the fascinating history of the 2015 no-mint mark penny and uncovering what makes certain examples worth a small fortune. So stick around. You might have a jackpot waiting for you. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since its debut in 1909, commemorating Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Fast forward to 2015. This year marked 106 years of Lincoln on the penny and 6 years since the reverse design featuring the Union Shield was introduced. The Union Shield symbolizes national unity, a nod to Lincoln's legacy during the Civil War. But here's the kicker. The 2015 penny minted in Philadelphia has no mint mark, making it part of the standard circulation. So what makes some of these coins so valuable? The secret lies in rare minting errors and pristine conditions. Coins with errors or unique features can be worth thousands of dollars to collectors. Here are double die errors. Check for doubling on the obverse, especially on Lincoln's face, the word Liberty, or the date 2015. Even slight doubling can make a penny extremely valuable. Die cracks or cuds. Some 2015 pennies show die cracks or extra metal blobs called cuds, usually along the edges or near the shield. These errors are highly sought after. Off-center strikes. A 2015 penny that struck off-center is a standout rarity and can fetch hundreds, or even thousands, depending on the degree of the error. Coins graded mint state 68 or above by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare. Even without errors, their pristine condition makes them worth a fortune. Most 2015 no-mint mark pennies in circulation are only worth their face value, 1 cent. Coins with visible errors can sell for $100 to $1,000, depending on the type and rarity of the error. Here's where things get exciting. A 2015 no-mint mark penny graded MS68 recently sold for over $2,000 at auction. And if one day an MS69 surfaces, it could go for tens of thousands. Now, you're probably wondering, how can you find one of these valuable pennies? Here are some tips. Always check your pocket change and piggy banks. Treasures often hide in plain sight. Sometimes, rare coins go unnoticed by sellers. You might snag a gem for a bargain. Buy rolls of pennies from your bank and search through them for high-quality examples or errors. To spot tiny errors like doubling or die cracks, invest in a coin microscope. It's a game changer. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade boosts its value significantly. Rare coins fetch top dollar at auctions like Heritage Auctions or eBay. Make sure to highlight any unique features. Connect with collectors online to get advice and potential buyers. So there you have it. The 2015 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. Don't forget to check your change, and who knows? You might be holding a mini fortune in your hand right now. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to uncover more coin treasures. Could a single penny in your pocket be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1987 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Stick around as we uncover its history, unique features, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for this tiny piece of copper. Let's rewind to 1987, a year when Ronald Reagan was president, Dirty Dancing was hitting theaters, and the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of Lincoln pennies. The 1987 Lincoln penny is part of the beloved series introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that lasted until 2008. So what does no mint mark mean? Pennies without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike Denver or San Francisco, Philadelphia traditionally didn't include a mint mark on its coins until 2017. But here's the twist. While most 1987 pennies are common, some of them possess unique characteristics that make them worth thousands of dollars. Side-by-side comparison of a normal 1987 penny and an error penny under a magnifying glass. Here's where things get interesting. Collectors are on the hunt for error coins. These errors can include things like double die obverse, look for doubling in the date, mint mark area, or inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. If the design appears misaligned, this could fetch a premium. Pennies struck on defective or foreign metal planchets are highly sought after. Some of these rare errors have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Now let's talk value. While most 1987 no-mint mark pennies are worth just face value, 1 cent, pristine examples and rare errors can dramatically increase their price. A coin with no wear, still gleaming with its original luster, can fetch $20 to $50. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS67 or higher can sell for $500 or more. Rare varieties, like double dies or off-center strikes, have sold for $1,000 to $3,000, or even higher. A hand flipping through a jar of pennies with a magnifying glass and flashlight. So, how can you find a valuable 1987 penny? Start by inspecting your loose change and penny jars. Look closely for doubling, die cracks, or other imperfections. Coins with no scratches or signs of circulation are the most valuable. If you think you've struck gold, send your coin to a grading service like PCGS for authentication. A collector holding a 1987 penny and smiling at the camera. Who knew a simple 1987 Lincoln penny could hold such incredible value? If you've got one of these pennies, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. They might have a treasure hiding in their pockets too. And before you go, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. We're diving into the fascinating history of this iconic penny, its unique features, and what makes certain 1971 pennies so valuable. Let's get started. The history of the 1971 Lincoln penny. The 1971 Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln Memorial penny, was minted in Philadelphia, hence, no mint mark. Over 1.9 billion of these pennies were produced that year, making it a common coin in circulation. But what's so special about this penny that some are fetching thousands of dollars at auctions? The penny's obverse features the timeless image of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial. But as we'll see, the true value lies in the tiny details. What makes a 1971 penny worth thousands? Now, most 1971 Lincoln pennies are only worth face value. However, A select few have become highly desirable due to errors and their condition. Here are the key factors that can make your 1971 penny worth a fortune. This is the main reason a 1971 penny can skyrocket in value. Look closely at the date, the word liberty, or the phrase "in God we trust." If you see any doubling, you've struck gold, figuratively speaking. Coins in uncirculated condition, graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC, can sell for thousands. A perfectly preserved penny with sharp details and no wear is a rare find. Other minting errors, such as off-center strikes or die cracks, can also add significant value. These unique quirks make each error coin one of a kind. Real-life examples of valuable 1971 pennies. Let's talk real numbers. In recent years, some 1971 pennies with double die obverse errors have sold for incredible amounts. Check this out. In 2019, a 1971 DDO penny in mint state 66 sold for over $7,000 at auction. A 1971 penny graded MS65 with no visible errors went for $2,500 due to its flawless condition SO. It's not just about errors. Pristine coins can bring in big bucks too. Check for doubling on the obverse using a magnifying glass or microscope. Inspect the coin for errors like die cracks or off-center strikes. If it looks uncirculated or nearly perfect, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Once you've identified a potentially valuable coin, you can sell it at online auction sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions. You might just hit the jackpot. Wrapping it up, who would have thought that a penny from 1971 could be worth thousands? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it pays to keep an eye out for these hidden treasures in your pocket change. So, grab those pennies, take a closer look, and you might just discover a fortune waiting to be uncovered. Could you be holding a fortune in your pocket change? The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might look ordinary, but some of these coins are worth thousands of dollars. Stay tuned as we uncover its fascinating history, what makes it so valuable, and how you can spot one of these rare treasures. The 1972 Lincoln penny was minted during a time of economic change in the United States. Over 5.5 billion pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint that year, which is why they have no mint mark. But what makes this penny so unique lies in a rare mistake during production: a double die error. So what is a double die error? It's a fascinating mistake that happens when the coin's design is accidentally engraved twice onto the die at slightly different angles. This results in letters and numbers on the coin appearing doubled. Look closely at the 1972 penny's date, the word liberty, and the phrase "in God we trust." If you notice doubling, you might have struck gold, literally. But here's the catch: not all 1972 pennies have this error. It's estimated that only about 20,000 of these rare double-die pennies exist, making them incredibly sought after by collectors. Even if yours has some wear, it could still fetch big money. In fact, a 1972 double-die Lincoln penny in uncirculated condition once sold for a whopping $14,400 at auction. Even those in average circulated condition can go for hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the doubling and the coin's overall condition. Here's how you can check if you have one. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and closely examine the coin. Pay special attention to the date and the lettering around Lincoln's portrait. If you see clear doubling, congratulations, you might have a valuable coin. Remember, condition is everything in the coin world. If you think you found a 1972 double-die penny, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This can significantly increase its value. So, the next time you're sorting through your pocket change or that old jar of pennies, don't overlook those 1972 Lincoln cents. Who knows? You might just discover a small fortune hiding in plain sight. We're diving into the fascinating history and current value of the 1988 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that might just make you a fortune. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's get started. The 1988 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, marked with the iconic D Mint mark below the date. Over 5.25 billion of these pennies were struck, making it a common coin at first glance. But wait, Don't let that fool you. Certain rare varieties and minting errors have collectors willing to pay top dollar for these pennies. Let's explore what makes this coin so special. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1988 D penny continued this tradition, featuring Victor David Brenner's iconic design of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design remained in circulation until 2008, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. But what sets the 1988 D apart? While most 1988 D pennies are made of a copper-plated zinc composition, some rare errors and transitional varieties have been discovered, making them highly valuable. Now here's where things get interesting. A few 1988 D pennies have been found with a rare transitional error called the close AM variety. This occurs when the spacing between the letters A and M in America on the reverse is narrow, almost touching. A feature intended for later coins, but mistakenly used on some 1988 pennies. To spot this, you'll need a magnifying glass or microscope. Check the reverse of your coin, and if the A and M are nearly connected, congratulations, you've got something truly rare. Other errors like off-center strikes, die cracks, and double die obverse are also worth hunting for. These errors can significantly boost the value of your coin. Alright, let's talk money. How much is your 1988 D Lincoln penny worth? Most circulated coins are only worth face value, just 1 cent. However, those with rare errors or in pristine condition can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Take this example. A 1988 D penny with the close AM variety sold at auction for over $3,000, and a high-grade, error-free 1988 D penny graded MS68 by PCGS fetched nearly $1,000. So, condition and rarity truly matter. Use a magnifying glass to check for the close AM variety or other errors. If your penny looks flawless, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Keep your coin in a protective holder to prevent damage. Remember, the smallest scratch can significantly reduce your coin's value, so handle it with care. And there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1988 D Lincoln penny. It's more than just a coin. It's a piece of history that could turn into a small fortune. So, start checking your pennies, because you never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket change. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and drop a comment below if you found a rare 1988 D penny. Who knows, you could be the next big success story we feature. We're going to uncover the secrets behind the 1962 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, and why this little coin might just be sitting on a treasure worth more than you think. Stick around as we dive into the history, rarity, and value of this fascinating coin. Narrator, let's start with the basics. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has been a part of American currency since 1909, and it remains one of the most widely collected coins. By 1962, the U.S. Mint had been producing pennies for over 5 decades. The 1962 D penny, specifically, was minted at the Denver Mint, which is why you'll see the D Mint mark on these coins. In 1962, over 1.8 billion pennies were produced at the Denver Mint, making it a relatively common year for the coin. But here's the catch. Not all 1962 D pennies are created equal. Some rare variations and specific conditions can turn this seemingly ordinary penny into a valuable collectible. So, what makes certain 1962 D pennies worth thousands? Well, a penny's value depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and any unique features. Let's break it down. First up, the condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its value. The more well-preserved the penny, the higher its value. A 1962 D penny in mint condition can be worth a lot more than one that's heavily worn or damaged. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state or MS70, with higher grades meaning a higher value. A 1962 D penny in mint state 65 or better could easily fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. Another factor is rarity. While over 1 billion of these pennies were made, Finding a coin in exceptional condition with certain characteristics, like a well-struck die or no visible defects, is quite rare. This scarcity drives up the value. Error coins. But wait, there's more. Some 1962D pennies are worth even more because of errors or unique characteristics. Look out for coins with double die varieties or other manufacturing mistakes. These errors are much less common and can make your penny worth thousands of dollars. For example, a 1962D penny with a double die obverse, where Abraham Lincoln's features are slightly doubled, can skyrocket in value. A coin like this, in high grade, could be worth upwards of $10,000 or more. Now, let's talk about the money. While most 1962D pennies in average condition are worth only around 1 cent, if you've got a penny that's in top condition or has that rare error, you could be looking at a much higher payout. Uncirculated coins with no visible wear can range from $10 to $50, but a coin with an error or in mint state could fetch several $100s. And if you have a coin with a double die error, brace yourselves. It could easily be worth $2,000 to $10,000 depending on its condition. Narrator. So how do you know if you've got a hidden gem? It's all about the details. Look closely at the condition of the coin. If it's free of scratches, dings, or discoloration, it's worth having it appraised. And don't forget to check for errors, especially on the obverse, front, of the coin. A double die or other unique markings can make all the difference. Narrator. Once you've identified that you've got a rare or valuable 1962D penny, you might be wondering where to sell it. Coin shops, online auction sites like eBay, and major auction houses are great places to start. Just be sure to get your coin graded by a professional before selling to ensure you're getting the best price. Narrator. So, if you've got a 1962D Lincoln penny in your collection, take a closer look. It might just be more valuable than you think. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips. And remember, sometimes the smallest coins hold the greatest treasures.